Have you ever felt that life is unfair to you? That no matter how hard you try, something is always missing? This story is about a man who felt the same, until one simple change quietly transformed his entire life. Listen till the end, because this lesson might change the way you see your own life. There was a man named Daniel. He was not poor, but he was never satisfied. He had a job, a small house, food on the table, and people around him. Yet, every morning, he woke up feeling heavy inside. When Daniel opened his eyes each day, the first thing he noticed was what was wrong. The alarm sounded too loud. The room felt too small. The day felt too long already. He complained silently while brushing his teeth. This job is tiring. This life is boring. Others have it better than me. He carried these thoughts everywhere. To work. To the bus stop. Even back home. At work, Daniel did his tasks, but without joy. He noticed how his colleague earned more. How his boss never praised him. How his efforts felt invisible. When someone talked about their success, Daniel felt a quiet anger inside. Why not me? What did I do wrong? Slowly, without realizing it, Daniel trained his mind to only see what he lacked. At home, things were not very different. His meals felt tasteless. His evenings felt empty. He scrolled on his phone, watching other people's happy moments. Each smile on the screen made his heart feel heavier. He compared his behind the scenes with their best moments. And every comparison made him feel smaller. Daniel didn't know it, but gratitude had completely disappeared from his life. One evening, on his way back from work, it started raining heavily. The bus stopped suddenly due to traffic. People began to complain loudly. Daniel sighed in frustration. Perfect, he muttered. Another bad day. With no other option, he got off the bus and started walking. The rain soaked his clothes. His shoes filled with water. As he walked, angry thoughts rushed through his mind. This always happens to me. Why can't anything go right? That's when he noticed an old man sitting near a small tea stall. The man had no umbrella. No proper shoes. His clothes were thin and worn out. Yet, he was smiling. Daniel slowed his steps. The sight confused him. The old man was holding a small cup of tea with both hands, as if it was something precious. Rain fell all around him, but his face was calm. Daniel couldn't understand it. How can someone smile in a moment like this, he thought. Out of curiosity, Daniel walked closer. The old man looked up and smiled even wider. Rain is a blessing, the old man said softly. It cools the air and reminds us we are alive. Daniel was surprised. He didn't know why, but he sat down beside him. They didn't talk much at first. Just the sound of rain. Just the warmth of the tea stall nearby. After a few moments, Daniel asked, "How can you be so calm? Don't you have problems?" The old man nodded slowly. "Many," he said. "I have lost people. I have lost comfort. I have lost time." Then he paused and looked at Daniel. "But I have not lost gratitude." Those words hit Daniel deeply. The old man continued, "Every day, I thank life for what remains. For breath. For warmth. For this cup of tea." Daniel stayed silent. For the first time in a long while, he had no reply. Before leaving, the old man said one last thing. Gratitude does not change what you have. It changes how you feel about what you have. That night, Daniel couldn't sleep. Those words kept repeating in his mind. The next morning, Daniel woke up as usual. Same room. Same alarm. Same life. But something was different. Instead of reaching for his phone, he sat quietly on his bed. He remembered the old man's words. He took a deep breath and tried something new. He whispered, "I am grateful for waking up today." It felt strange at first. Almost uncomfortable. In the kitchen, he looked at his breakfast. Simple food. Nothing special. Yet he said, "I am grateful I have something to eat." On the way to work, instead of complaining about traffic, he noticed the sky. The sound of people talking. The fact that he could walk. That day at work, his problems did not disappear. The workload was the same. The boss was still strict. But Daniel felt lighter. When his colleague spoke about success, Daniel listened without anger. When a task went wrong, he didn't blame himself harshly. At night, he wrote down 3 things he was grateful for. Small things. Simple things. A smile from a stranger. A warm meal. A quiet moment. Days passed. Then weeks. Gratitude slowly became a habit. One day, something unexpected happened. Daniel's boss called him into the office. In the past, this would have filled Daniel with fear. But today, he walked in calmly. His boss said, "I've noticed a change in you. You're more focused. More positive. More reliable." Daniel was shocked. He hadn't changed his job. He hadn't changed his position. He had changed his attitude. Soon, people around him noticed it too. Friends felt comfortable talking to him again. His family sensed his calm. Even problems felt different now. They still existed, but they no longer controlled him. Gratitude did not remove struggle from Daniel's life. It gave him strength to face it. One evening, months later, Daniel walked past the same tea stall. The rain had stopped. The old man was not there. Daniel stood quietly for a moment. Then he smiled. He realized something powerful. Gratitude didn't make his life perfect. It made his life peaceful. It didn't give him more. It taught him to value what he already had. And maybe this story is not just about Daniel. Maybe it's about you. How often do we focus on what is missing, instead of what is present? How often do we ignore the blessings we already live with? Gratitude is not about pretending everything is okay. It is about choosing peace, even when everything is not perfect. When you start appreciating what you have, you stop chasing happiness outside. Because happiness begins inside. So tonight, before you sleep, ask yourself one simple question. What can I be grateful for today? That small question might quietly change your life.